between dream. Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Welcome inside the Sport One Parkview Ice House, back for some more Indiana Tech women's ice hockey after the Thanksgiving break. Coach Hicks joining us yet again. Last time we were up here, Scott, it was a game against Adrian, number 2 ranked team in the country. Biggest test of the season probably to that point. How do you think you measure up after that?
I thought we fared very well. I think we played better Saturday than we did Friday, and that's just the game that we play. It's sometimes you can lose a game that you play well in and win a game that you don't play very well in. And so I was very pleased with the weekend. Anytime you could split with the top 2 team in the country, I think is a good thing. And it's a stepping stone for us to understand what we're trying to get to. And there's a lot of positives to take away from it.
Absolutely. So now we're into kind of an odd time of year. There's, you just had Thanksgiving. You've got Christmas in a couple of weeks, break even sooner than that. You've got finals going on. How do you keep the team engaged for these next 2 weeks against, admittedly, not your strongest opponents you're going to play this year, too?
I think it's just, we talked about it this week, actually, about building towards our process and understanding that every game matters when you build towards the end of the year. And when you talk about goal differential and rankings, strength of schedule, all these things add up. And, we drop in the rankings by splitting because of what other teams do. So there's a lot of things that we can point to that all matter. And the biggest thing for us is we take care of business the next 4 games. We have a chance to clinch the division. And that's a big thing before Christmas. You're able to clinch your conference regular season division, and I think is huge. And that's something that we're really trying to work towards and keep our eye on that prize so that we can go to break 17-3 in a positive way as we come back in January.
And what's it like being a second-year program in position for the second straight year to win your division in a pretty strong conference, a good conference?
I mean, it's a great selling point in recruiting. It's something we've talked about even when we were down the road this weekend. And I think for us, it's understanding it's a stepping stone towards the bigger prize. We didn't win our conference tournament last year. That's something we want to get to. And obviously we want to make a little more noise in the national tournament and ultimately win a national championship. And so it solidifies and legitimizes what we're doing in our process and our culture. And I think it's just another step for us to continue to grow and build and attract high-quality student athletes, which we're doing.
Mm-hmm. And so we talked about just a second ago how there's really no break for a guy like you.
No.
You're always doing something. But when you do have some sort of time away, I mean, you only have 5 days or whatever for Thanksgiving. Yeah. You got the holidays coming up. Are you more of like a try and get back and away as much as possible, or is that when you hit the pedal even harder?
No, listen, I think I got to see my kids for a little bit and get some family time for a couple days, but then we went on the road on Friday and we're recruiting and trying to continue to add pieces to make our program ultimately better. And so there's always reflection this time of year. And when we have some time off, I think it's when we're able to self-scout quite a bit. And I think that's for us important as we continue to try to grow and do what's right by these kids and continue to give them all the opportunities on and off the ice that they deserve. And so we do a lot of that self-reflection within our staff and within our players and kind of clean up and get prepared for the second half, because once we get back in January, it's a pretty strong push for us. And so it's kind of comes with the territory. But, yeah, we always take a few days to kind of catch your breath and reflect a little bit, but there's always a grind to have.
Yeah. You mentioned the cleaning up and then the push when you get back from January. Another weird part of this time of year is you only have a couple weeks. Everyone's probably a little focused on other things, at least somewhat.
Yep.
Do you more use this time to clean stuff up, or do you still try and implement any sort of new things?
Well, we're adding new things every day. And I think the cleaning up comes, after these next 2 weeks and finals. And, I think for them, being able to go home and see their families who they haven't seen in 4 months is big and kind of rest themselves. And then for our staff, it's when we self-scout, self-reflect. And then when we get back January 2nd, it's kind of when we clean up some more things and kind of get ready for our push, because come January, it's not the time you want to really start tweaking too much. You want to build from there. So this is a good time for us to tweak. It's a good time to get some kids some ice that don't play as much and continue to try to grow. And because again, it's a process, and our standard is where it is, and our process needs to keep growing and getting better every day. And I think that's something that we keep trying to work towards and give them new things to build on.
All right. Well, thank you so much. That's all I got for you tonight. Best of luck. We'll see you next weekend.
Thanks, Joe.
All right. We will be right back. Indiana Tech Women's Hockey, SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Good luck, Tammy.
See you, David.
Things happen. How do you make the unexpected happen? Take the next step with an online degree from Indiana Tech. Start with a visit to one of our 2 new Chicago area enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette. You'll discover a wide range of affordable undergraduate and graduate degrees with flexible class schedules designed to fit your lifestyle and help you earn a degree sooner than you'd expect. Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
Hi, I'm Paxton, and I'll be your tour guide today. Behind me, we have Pearson Hall. This is one of our freshman dorms on campus. Today, I'll be showing you dorm rooms. Come inside. The only way to get into campus is if you have an ID card, so you'll have to swipe into all the dorms. And then over here, we have an intercom system. So through every dorm, we have these dial buttons within the dorm rooms and then outside. So say you're visiting somebody, you don't live here, you would dial their room number, and then you can actually call their room, and they can unlock the doors to the dorm through the intercom system, and you can talk to them. They can see you through a camera, and they can unlock the doors for you, so they don't have to leave the room. It's really nice to have. So right here, we just have our main lobby. Every floor has a lobby. In the lobbies, we just have TVs and stuff. You can watch movies, play video games. You can hang out with friends, do homework, play card games. It's just a nice little hangout area to have. And then right here, this is what we call our RA office. So every single night, there will be an RA in the office. They're just there for your needs if you have any issues with toilets or sinks or anything being clogged. They'll always be in there for your help. If you have questions about anything, you can always come see an RA here. And then over here, we have mailboxes. Every student has a mailbox. They are really small. The only thing they can fit is card-sized items. Throughout campus, you'll see our mail room when you go on your actual tour later on, and that will be in one of our other buildings where you'll receive bigger packages. All right, so here's the laundry room. So in the laundry room, you don't have to save quarters or use quarters. I know it says 25 cents, but it is included with living on campus. And then there's one on every floor and every side of the floor, so there's 2 on every floor in Pearson. So every student has keys to their dorm. And then as you come in, you will see our intercom system right here that I talked about in the entranceway. So this is where you would unlock the door for visitors, talk to them. And then one really nice thing about it is there is a security guard button right there. So if you were to have somebody calling your room constantly at 5 o'clock in the morning because some student forgot their keys, you could actually press the security guard button and it will lock them in that little box that we entered to into the dorm. It'll lock both the outside doors and the inside doors and call security. So it also has a nice safety measure within your room. You don't even have to leave your room for that. So it's really nice. And then as we enter in this way, you'll see this is the half of our room looks like. So there's this, and then on the other side of the suite, there's a mirrored room that looks exactly like this. The desk, the dressers, and the closets, and all of the drawers and stuff all come with. You can decorate it any way you'd like, and then mini fridges, TVs, anything like that you would bring here. And then through here we have our bathroom. So then as we come into the bathroom, you'll see that this side of the room has their own sink and toilet, and then as you come through, there's one shower shared between the 2 rooms, and then this side of the room has their own sink and toilet, and then there's the mirrored room right here. So then they share a little common space out there, and then this is the exact same stuff, and it's all the same. Here we have Kalbflesh. This is our other freshman dorm on campus. It is across the street from main campus. We'll be showing another freshman dorm, the laundry room, and then the hangout lobby area. Come on in. So same thing as Pearson. To get into the dorms, you have to have a swipe card that unlocks and lets you in. All right, and then we have the same intercom system as we do in Pearson, and it runs throughout all of the dorms. And then in here is the lobby area where all the students hang out. We have like a TV so people can hook up like Xboxes or anything like that, DVD players, you can watch movies. I know RA's put on a bunch of activities down here. They do like movie nights with hot chocolate during the winter. We've done like pumpkin carving, and we watch a Halloween movie, and so that's all done down here. And then it's the same thing over here. You can do some studying, you can hang out with friends, you can eat dinner if you want, and like I said, you can hang out with your RA, hang out with your friends, do homework, but follow me to the next part. So same thing as Pearson, every student has keys to their dorm. So when you first walk in, it's different than Pearson where there's no like two mirrored room. It's just one room with two students. The shelves, the desk, the drawers, all of the beds and stuff all come with. And then over here, it's the same for Pearson and Kalbflesh. You can control the air condition and the heat for the room, not the entire dorm, which is so nice because then it's between you and your roommate, not through hundreds of people in one building.
All right, apologies to her, but we're going to have to cut this one short as it is time to get the starting lineup announcements here at the Sport One Parkview Ice House. We'll go ahead and turn it over to the public address. All right, it's about time to be that time. We do thank you for joining us here. My name is Joe Hackman. I'll have your play-by-play tonight. We'll take a quick look at the Indiana Tech Warriors lineup. You heard the starters. It'll be Pedamshan, Yakachuk, Bowler, Moore, Terpstra, and the Varn Dog in the crease. For Grand Valley State, the forwards will be Brashwitz, Scram, and McCallion. The blue line will be Scholes and Ortiz, and in net will be the other Scholes. It'll be Samantha Scholes. So, Grand Valley State, the opponent tonight here at the Ice House. The Lakers come into this one with a record of 4-5-1 by my hand count. So, of course, that could be wrong. 3-3 in conference play. This is a conference matchup. Coach Hicks alluded to it during our interview. Indiana Tech a chance here in the next 4 games to wrap up the division title for the second straight season, win their pod, secure the number 1 seed out of their group heading into the CCWHA tournament. And that is not correct. So we are going to go ahead and forego that. And just like that, it is puck drop and away we go. Off the draw, Terps are going to backhand this one in deep. Going back for it now is Scholes. Sees the pressure, tries to navigate it up the wall to Brashwitz, held down there by Moore. Scholes another try, gets it over now into the near side corner. Yakachuk on the forecheck, tries to sweep that one away. Will take one down, and that will be an early penalty to Megan Yakachuk as she takes down McCallion. So just 22 seconds in, and it will be a checking penalty to Yakachuk. All right, we will work on that scoreboard. It's probably an Ethernet-related issue, and apologies for any connection issues in this period, as about 30 seconds before we try to come out of commercial and get started, our Ethernet disconnected. Always love that, as Williams is poke-checked there. So we will keep that situation hopefully under control. But we'll just get out ahead of that one as Brashwitz tries to bring it across the line. She's taken down by Williams. Now over on the far side, this is Sprott, the leading scorer for this Laker club. They regroup on their own blue line to Brashwitz, the near side, off of the skate of Juzak. Brashwitz will pick up again, brings this one into the zone, down the left side, tries to deke into the slot. Terpstra easily poke-checks that one away. Sprott and Bowler collide. Puck is still loose. It gets out past the skate. Pedamshan stepping on the gas pedal here, has Bowler break into the net. Pedamshan with it over to Bowler, and it just misses her stick. And we play on 0-0 with a minute to go still on the power play for the Lakers. Sprott. Errant pass there. Bowler left something behind. Over there now, picking that one up would be Scram. In the far face-off dot. Back down low to Scram. Into the slot, Bowler trying to get this one cleared, and does. That will go all the way down. 32 seconds still to go here on the power play. Episcopoti, Yonker. Up the wall, kept by Scram off the skates of Juzak. Loose puck, picked back up by Grand Valley State. Ortiz winds and fires. That one off the crossbar, I think. That one was tattooed through traffic, got past Varner, but saved by the crossbar. Out to the near point, Ortiz will dump this one down low. Penalty time expires. Indiana Tech back to full strength. Far side. Sent out in the slot on the stick of Juzak. She'll give way for Williams. Williams tries to put that onto the stick of Yakachuk, just out of her reach. Back there is Ortiz. Around for Riva. McElhaney pinching down, holds that play in at the hash marks. Out into the slot. Grand Valley controls and will send it all the way down. This will be icing. Okay, and now we are back in connected with the bot. Love it. Look at that efficient use of time. Into the corner. That would be somebody for Grand Valley State. Didn't have the roster in my hands. Still with it is McCallion. Tied up over on the far wall. Juzak in there going 1-on-2. Nesbitt watching over the scene. She'll get to it now as it squirts out. Collects on the backhand. Out to the point for Beek. Didn't get much on that shot, and it's brought the other way. LaFay brings it across the line. Takes the wrist shot. Blocked by McElhaney. And she'll take LaFay down. Loose puck into the corner. On the scene there is Hastings. Sent out in front. Still loose there. Picked up by Hastings. Out to the point for Riva. She'll tumble to the ice on her own accord. Down into the corner. McElhaney takes one down. This is Hastings. LaFay over there as well. Picked up by Juzak. Chipped up ahead. Nesbitt one-handed. Can't knock it free. Beek chips it up the wall. In the skates of Hastings. Now in the skates of Nesbitt. And worked free. They'll make a line change. Back in our own zone. Plowman. Up the wall, LaFay. Knocked away. Grand Valley State makes changes. Terpstra, quick up pass looking here for Crozen. They'll make the connection, but Crozen under some pressure there from Sasek. Ulwicks taken down by Borland. She'll take up the puck, but bodied off by Sprott. Sprott sent across to the far wall. Moore will regain control in neutral ice. Back to Terpstra. Terpstra's dumping attempt blocked down by Sasek. Sent across to Sprott, now picked up by Johnson. Up high, Calverta, wrist shot through traffic, gets to the back wall. Episcopo rims this one around. Will Calverta be there? Yes, she is. Sent down low, going to be picked up by Scholes, but she can't get there. Does poke it ahead, though. Sent back around, near side wall. Sasek is Indiana Tech starting to go to work a little bit here, at least applying the pressure on the forecheck. Scholes behind the net. Johnson pops down there. Now out through the middle are the Lakers. Calverta back across for Pettimshand. Bounced off her stick. Kept by Beek at the blue line. Pettimshand tried to feed into the middle for Bowler. On the stick now, Brashwitz with speed trying to go the other way. Beek gets a piece of her, slows her up, and keeps her off the puck. Yakachuk there as well now. Brashwitz, the captain, working hard out there. Couldn't come up with possession. Now Bowler turns on the Jets going the other way. Has Pettimshand to keep her company. Chips it in down low. Bowler keeps it in the corner. Pettimshand looking to rim this one around for the point. Terpstra in a foot race. Ties up there with Brashwitz, or at least ties up the race to the wall. Brashwitz now on the wall. Sent up the ice. This is going to be McCallion. Off of Terpstra. Up high. No one able to locate it. Now Brashwitz does. Right up into Moore. Trying to locate it. Looked like it was right around the top of her pants. Scholes. Misfire to Ortiz. Picked up by Nesbitt. Nesbitt has Juzak break into the net. Get some help now down low. So there, squirts out in front. Green, Juzak. Stopped there by Scholes. Juzak loses her stick. In women's hockey, no checking. Really not much she could have done there. As she'll now just go for a change. Brashwitz trying to loft this one out. Episcopo gets a piece of it, knocks it down. Williams right in front of the referee and a couple of Grand Valley players. Calverta is there for Indiana Tech. Kept it in, at least for right now. Picked out of there by Crozen, top of the circle. That shot blocked away by LaFay. Into the corner, ties up with Borland. Near side, rimmed up the wall for Gebick. Out into neutral ice, rubs him one-on-one with Episcopo. Williams on the back check. The shot is forced wide. Varner handles that one easily. Beek almost poke check, but still has it. It's clear. Sasek now along the near side. McElhaney on the backhand is able to get this one in deep. Far side. Battle ensues. 3 players there for Grand Valley. Couple for Indiana Tech. As bringing this the other way. I think this is, that is going to be Hancock. McElhaney. Cleared out. Chasing this one down is Anderson. Sent out in the middle, taken over by Sprott. She will just send this one down. Doesn't look like it's going to have the juice for icing, and it won't. Calverta will get back to it first. D to D from Moore. Now along the near side. Moore looks up ice, finds Pedamshan, trying to just rim that one in. Well, lift that one in, rather, with the ramped up stick. Cleared out to center ice for Moore. Now Pedamshan swings and misses for the most part on that one, but anyways, it's in the zone. Yakachuk, unattended 2 down low. Now she's taken down off the play. Pedamshan can't get possession. Bowler comes in and picks up the loose puck. Up to the point Moore. Plenty of room here. Takes the wrist shot. Got on goal, but Scholl's able to make the save. Yakachuk back down into the corner. Bowler chips it around. Pedamshan engaged in a battle here. Doesn't come out with possession. Beek pinches down, but it gets past her and out into neutral ice. Episcopo regroups with Juzak. Back across. Gets the stick of Beek, but it's intercepted by Scram. And she's able to work this one in. Juzak below the goal line. Nesbitt too low. Didn't get out to the point. Kept in. Episcopo connects with Nesbitt. Heads up. And she will just run right over that player. And that will be icing. .9:46 to go. Quick moving first period here from the Ice House. Green gets around one, is pinching down. That was Plowman. Here comes Green. Takes the wrist shot, but gloved by Scholes. Left point, Yonker dumps this one to Crozen. Out to Yonker, winds and fires. Stopped by Scholes, rebound is loose. Williams is hounding it. Now behind the goal. Still trying to battle for this one. LaFay shoved off by Borland. Borland is tied up. Getting some help from Crozen. Out high, Yonker. Back down to Crozen. Cycles around down low. Borland was on the ice, and that will be a penalty. Didn't see it, but official did, and it will be interference. So Indiana Tech will go on their first power play of the game. 9:08 to play. Here in our first period, it will be number 21, Jessica Plowman. Hope all of our American colleagues here watching tonight had a tremendous Thanksgiving. Those of you from Canada, we hope you had a tremendous Canadian Thanksgiving. I think that was in October. I should know these things considering the number of Canadian players I broadcast. Pedamshan in the corner. Also, condolences to our Canadian friends for their World Cup team being eliminated, but as with the U.S., mostly just happy to be there. I am preparing myself for almost certain pain tomorrow morning. Episcopo wrist shot through, tipped. Pedamshan picks it up, sent back out high. Yakachuk, wrist shot from the point. That one goes high and wide. Pedamshan now in the corner. Gets past. Sasek up to Episcopo. Cross to the near point. Yakachuk back to Episcopo. Center point. Wrist shot blocked down. Over to Yakachuk on the near wall. She's held up, can't get to the puck, and is forced out of the zone. Episcopo, far side, will carry this one in on her own. Still skating her way around behind the goal as units change for the Warriors. Angela Scholes back there. Samantha Scholes in goal. Terpstra out to Green. Green a long wrist shot. That one blocked. Coming the other way. A potential breakaway. But the Captain Moore is there. And she's able to stifle that opportunity. Hammered all the way down by Ortiz. No icing. Still 23 seconds on the Indiana Tech power play. This is Terpstra. To Allison Green. Back out to Terpstra. Walks along the line. Over to Borland, far side. Along the goal line-ish. Puck wrestled away there from Williams. Into open space. Calverta trying to catch up to that puck. Tipped in front. Borland was there. Far side, it would be McCallion. And coming this way now for Grand Valley State is Brashwitz as they are back to full strength. Into the corner, Calverta getting over there as well. Moore ties up a stick, comes out to the point for Riva. Takes a shot, that one flutters on goal and held by Varner. Grand Valley State currently riding a 3-game win streak after a sweep their last time out against Lake Superior State. 4-2 and 4-3. Game one, they pretty much controlled that one for the most part, but game number 2 of that set, they were leading 3-1 with about 10 minutes to go. Ended up being tied up at 3, but Anna Brashwitz, the game-winning goal in that one. And that 3-game win streak goes back to include a win against Aquinas as well. Grand Valley State for the conference. We talked about Indiana Tech kind of looking for that conference, the division, at least, championship. Nothing they can do about the conference championship until late February. But Grand Valley, they're really just battling with Aquinas to make it to the conference tournament at this point. If nothing has changed, I believe it's still the top 3 teams from each pod make it in. And in this pod, of which both these 2 teams are, of course, a part of, Indiana Tech, of course, assured almost certainly that they will be in. It's just a matter of what seed. Miami looking pretty good as well. And that last spot come down to Grand Valley State or Aquinas more than likely. We'll see Aquinas here on Wednesday, January 11th. That'll be a 3:15 start, so a bit of a random one, but that is okay. You know what? Should be a fun time, just me, myself, and I up here that day. But you never know. I think I've been told that's because there's actually not school that day. So, you know, maybe there will be. And that will wrap up the home conference slate for Indiana Tech. They'll have the return trip with Aquinas on January 28th. At least that's what the schedule I printed out ahead of the first home game said, unless that has changed. And Indiana Tech, I believe their magic number right now is 6 points for the division championship, if I've done all the math correctly. So can't do it this weekend. Well, could, but Miami plays Michigan State, and they are more than likely to win at least one, if not both of those games, no matter what Tech does. But next weekend looks quite promising for that, but we'll just have to see. It was a shot from Green off the side of the goal. That will be a penalty. And I believe the guilty party there was Sprott. We'll just have to see what the call is, and it is understandably going to be roughing. It will be Sprott. So that will be power play number 2 for Indiana Tech of this period and, of course, the game. Just a hair under 5 to go as that one kept in by Moore at the point. Has plenty of teammate support there to try and keep that puck in. And they do, of course. More shot, blockered away by Scholes, off the glass and off of the dome of Moore. Picked up in the neutral zone by Terpstra. She'll lead the charge the other way. Forced to the outside. She'll stop up in the corner, try and turn it back down the ice. Kept there by Pedamshand out to the point of Piscopo. Every Warrior on the far side of the ice. Pedamshand as changes being made, so it is a 3-on-4 for the time being. That clearing attempt unsuccessful by the Lakers. But now cleared down to the Varn Dog. Episcopo, Yonker. We'll skate this one up ahead. Sent around. Pedamshand. Episcopo now, far point. Sent back down low. 45 seconds on the power play. In the skates of Pedamshand, she's able to gather it. Yonker, Episcopo, one-timer. Got some sauce on that one. Still loose in front just for a second. And then smothered by Scholes. With 3:33 to play. .32 seconds on the power play. It'll be Williams to the draw out there alongside her colleagues Borland and Green and Terpstra and Moore. Green with the try there, but stopped by Scholes. Might have hit the side of the net. Terpstra has it chipped past her. Moore bouncing puck, trying to knock it down, and does. Carries it across the line. Now circling, looking, passing, but not connecting with Borland. And it will be cleared out to the red line for Grand Valley State. So, and well, now with the dump in by Borland, that will do it. Back to even strength. Change is all good there from the Warriors. No concern about too many on the ice. Beek. Oh, a little fakey fake there. Caught one leaning. Gets around another one. The bench is loving this. Brings it across the line. Cuts in the middle and collides with Scholes. Yakachuk wrist shot goes wide. Yakachuk over to Beek. Takes a shot, stopped by S squared and held by Sam Scholes. Or Samantha. Shouldn't assume it's just Sam. Can't be doing those kinds of things. Still a 0-0 score here. Almost 18 minutes into this one. Johnson will win that faceoff, but it will be controlled by Grand Valley State. They'll try and rim it around. It's kept here by Calverta. Down low, that looks to be Kuzbel. Back in the lineup here this evening. I think she sat out the last couple of games. Episcopo able to hold that one in. Out high, Anderson dishes it off. Calverta looking for the shot and the tip from Kuzbel. Chip past Calverta, but kept in by Anderson. That one off of Hancock. Episcopo. Cleared across now. Comes to Calverta. Over to Episcopo. Center ice, it's Anderson. Outside, Juzak on her lonesome, 1-on-5 as line mates change. In pursuit of this one, lifts a stick, locks everyone up, comes out to Moore with a little bit of space now. Sticked away, but picked up now by Juzak. Out high for Terpstra, tried to send it right back down. Terpstra, wrist shot, blocked. Don't think that one made it to the net. Rubs him. Chipped up. Juzak still there to hold it in. But now cleared out. Under a minute to go. LaFay on the backhand. Moore takes care of that one. Sent across. Now the near side. Olvich, maybe. Green chips it out past her. I think that hit the linesman and came back in. Herbstra across the blue line. She'll just dump it. 20 seconds to go. One last push here for the Warriors. Rimmed around for Olvich. Ten seconds. Taken away by Williams. Looks to turn the shot. Sticked away by Scholes. Into the corner, it's Borland. 1 second to go. That will do it for our first 20 minutes of play. We'll go ahead and step aside. You're watching Indiana Tech Women's Hockey, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
You're busy. You expect to say no sometimes. But what you didn't expect was a chance to say yes to a college degree while keeping your life. Indiana Tech is now offering Chicago area students undergraduate and graduate degree opportunities taught online by experienced faculty who care. Learn more at one of the new Indiana Tech enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette.
I can turn this in early? Sure, whenever you're ready.
Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials that I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. Heat transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2, and he's one of the professors that teaches it, and he just really was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do, and I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings for Utang-Sioux and for Zollner that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at SuperValue Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Welcome back inside the Sport One Parkview Ice House. Nothing going on that period. We are tied at a 0-0 score. Just a couple of penalties, so we'll hop right back into a commercial break. When we come back, it'll be time for second period action. Indiana Tech Women's Hockey, SummitCitySports.com.
Hi, I'm Paxton, and I'll be your tour guide today. Behind me, we have Pearson Hall. This is one of our freshman dorms on campus. Today, I'll be showing you dorm rooms. Come inside. The only way to get into campus is if you have an ID card, so you'll have to swipe into all the dorms. And then over here, we have an intercom system. So through every dorm, we have these dial buttons within the dorm rooms and then outside. So say you're visiting somebody, you don't live here, you would dial their room number, and then you can actually call their room, and they can unlock the doors to the dorm through the intercom system, and you can talk to them. They can see you through a camera, and they can unlock the doors for you so they don't have to leave the room. It's really nice to have. So right here we just have our main lobby. Every floor has a lobby. In the lobbies we just have TVs and stuff. You can watch movies, play video games. You can hang out with friends, do homework, play card games. It's just a nice little hangout area to have. And then right here, this is what we call our RA office. So every single night there will be an RA in the office. They're just there for your needs if you have any issues with toilets or sinks or anything being clogged. They'll always be in there for your help. If you have questions about anything, you can always come see an RA here. And then over here, we have mailboxes. Every student has a mailbox. They are really small. The only thing they can fit is card-sized items. Throughout campus, you'll see our mail room when you go on your actual tour later on, and that will be in one of our other buildings where you'll receive bigger packages. All right, so here's the laundry room. So in the laundry room, you don't have to save quarters or use quarters. I know it says 25 cents, but it is included with living on campus. And then there's one on every floor and every side of the floor, so there's 2 on every floor in Pearson. So every student has keys to their dorm. And then as you come in, you will see our intercom system right here that I talked about in the entranceway. So this is where you would unlock the door for visitors, talk to them. And then one really nice thing about it is there is a security guard button right there. So if you were to have somebody calling your room constantly at 5 o'clock in the morning because some student forgot their keys, you could actually press the security guard button and it will lock them in that little box that we entered into the dorm. It'll lock both the outside doors and the inside doors and call security. So it also has a nice safety measure within your room. You don't even have to leave your room for that. So that's really nice. And then as we enter in this way, you'll see this is the half of our room looks like. So there's this, and then on the other side of the suite, there's a mirrored room that looks exactly like this. The desk, the dressers, and the closets, and all of the drawers and stuff all come with. You can decorate it any way you'd like, and then mini fridges, TVs, anything like that you would bring here. And then through here we have our bathroom. So then as we come into the bathroom, you'll see that this side of the room has their own sink and toilet, and then as you come through, there's one shower shared between the 2 rooms, and then this side of the room has their own sink and toilet, and then there's the mirrored room right here. So then they share a little common space out there, and then this is the exact same stuff, and it's all the same. Here we have CalFlush. This is our other freshman dorm on campus. It is across the street from main campus. We'll be showing another freshman dorm, the laundry room, and then the hangout lobby area. Come on in. So same thing as Pearson. To get into the dorms, you have to have a swipe card that unlocks and lets you in. All right, and then we have the same intercom system as we do in Pearson, and it runs throughout all of the dorms. And then in here is the lobby area where all the students hang out. We have a TV so people can hook up Xboxes or anything like that, DVD players, you can watch movies. I know RAs put on a bunch of activities down here. They do movie nights with hot chocolate during the winter. We've done pumpkin carving, and we watch a Halloween movie, and so that's all done down here. And then it's the same thing over here. You can do some studying, you can hang out with friends, you can eat dinner if you want, and like I said, you can hang out with your RA, hang out with your friends, do homework, but follow me to the next part. So same thing as Pearson, every student has keys to their dorm. So when you first walk in, it's different than Pearson where there's no like 2 mirrored room. It's just 1 room with 2 students. The shelves, the desk, the drawers, all of the beds and stuff all come with. And then over here, it's the same for Pearson and Kalb-Flesch. You can control the air condition and the heat for the room, not the entire dorm, which is so nice because then it's between you and your roommate, not through hundreds of people in one building. And then as we walk over here, you'll see that the sink is outside of the bathroom, which is so nice because obviously if your roommate's showering, you don't have to worry about not being able to brush your teeth or even use the sink or get a drink of water or anything like that. And then as we walk over here, you'll see only 2 roommates to 1 bathroom. And then the shelving space. And then instead of Pearson where they have closets, you would have this whole shelving space and hanger area. And then same thing as Pearson, we have the intercom system over here where you can press the security guard button. You can.
All right, welcome back. Let's do it. Second period action. Ready to go here from the Ice House. Joe Hecker calling your play-by-play. Connor Henderson on the camera. And Avery Johnson to the face-off alongside Melanie Spratton. And here we go. Second period underway. It starts with Grand Valley dumping it in. Brashwitz a try. Kind of fanned on that one as Varner had blocked it right over towards her off the dump in. And Grand Valley State bringing it for the first 13 seconds or so. As Indiana Tech will just be like, you know what? No, thank you, and make a line change here. They'll bring out the freshman unit up front to try and get this puck out and get some offense going the other direction. Calverta collects off the draw. Crozen can't get this one cleared. That was Ortiz who had pinched down. Tape-to-tape pass there to Episcopo. Sent on goal, but Varner able to make the save on the shot from Abigail McCallion out of Livonia, Michigan. How many players are not from Michigan on this team? Let's see. We've got 1. We've got 2. We've got 3 and 4. So a strong presence from the Mitten State for Grand Valley State. A couple of players from elsewhere. We've got Illinois, we've got another Illinois, we've got Missouri, and we've got Connecticut. And a lot of Michigan. For Indiana Tech, obviously significantly more diverse than that. We all know that. Juzek in the neutral zone brings it across the line. It trickles on Scholes. Juzek will give it a little tap, but no extracurriculars on that occasion. Zero our score here through the first 21 minutes of action on this Friday night. A little bit warmer than anticipated. I asked what the temperature was, and I was told it was 50-something degrees. Thought it would be like 30 today, but hey, we will take it. Pedamshand out high to Terpstra. Fakes the slap shot. Yakachuk, nice find, and she scores. That was tremendous. Look at this. What a little fake here by Terpstra. And a nice find to Yakachuk. Just so open here. Terpstra walks it, fakes it. Nice find there. Look at Yakachuk. And she scores. So 18:39 on the clock. We are no longer tied at 0. It is a Indiana Tech Warriors lead. And it is, of course, courtesy of one Megan Yakachuk. Near side, Moore and Bowler there tag team in that one. Yakachuk will send that one in on goal. Onside play. Covered for a moment by Scholes, but forced to play it. Far side, Hancock. Pedham Shandon Bowler there to tie up. Comes out to the point for Episcopo. Takes a look, sends it down low, looking for Bowler. Comes back up. Pedham Shan will let it go to Episcopo. Back down to Pedham Shan, kind of between the triangle there. Couldn't collect that one. Send around near side, Sasek. Up the wall and played out by Sprott. This is Episcopo in her own end. Over to Anderson. Couldn't get it past, well, very far past Riva. Grand Valley plays it right back up to strong side. Nothing doing for him there, though. Now to the near side. Calverta will play it up in the neutral zone for Kuzbel, who will dump that one in. Rimmed around to the far side. Anderson is there. Look to cycle for Johnson. Fanned on it a little bit. She's pinned to the wall. Johnson there in support. 2-on-2 battle going on down on the end ball. As you see some Division II players for whatever team Indiana Tech's D2 team will be playing after this. Could not tell you who that team is. McElhaney. Stretch pass ahead, Kuzbel chips that one. I will tell you, though, the Division I men's team has a tremendous game tonight going on, tremendous weekend going on against Calvin. 2 road games. Probably the best team they'll play all regular season. I believe those 2 teams are ranked 7-8 or 8-9, one of the 2, with Calvin just 1 spot ahead of the Warriors. They will be back here next weekend. I don't remember who they play Roosevelt. That's who they play. The women will be back, of course, next weekend as well. They will play Davenport. What time and date? I could not tell you, as that one is icing. 50-50 shot. I think it's Friday. Going to be LaFay to the draw. Williams to the draw for Indiana Tech. 16-24. One out to Scholes. Big shot block alert. Borland trying to get to this one. Turns on the juice. She gets to it on the forehand, but it's stopped by Scholes. Terpstra. Far side. Scholes. Turned around to Ortiz. It will not get to her. It will get to Rubsum. LaFay now. Stopped up there on the clearing attempt by Green. Bouncing puck collected by Juzak. Sent around down low. Green is there. Green cycles for Nesbitt. Point Episcopo right back down. Up and out of play. Men's game just getting started, but they are already leading 1-0 with 11:35 and counting to go in that one. They got started at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Offensive zone draw for Indiana Tech here. We'll do that one again. Juzek able to win that one. McElhaney there at the point. Down to the half wall. Nesbitt tried to play it back up to McElhaney. Taken away, but kept in there by Yonker. A wrist shot. That one goes wide. Picked up behind the goal. This is Olvich. Far side. Stabby. Couldn't clear it. Right out in front. Juzek couldn't collect it. And then proceeded to wipe out after she must have toe picked or something. Looked like she got a little bit tied up there, a little hampered. She will head off. It's picked up by Nesbitt. Kind of on a little bit of an island there. Stop and turning it around is McCallion. Gets it right back. Fanned on the pass. Nesbitt was there. Couldn't capitalize on the potential turnover. Now Yakachuk to the wall. Yakachuk with it. A high bowler wrist shot. And stopped and held by Scholes, giving it another half second or so. That one could have come loose. But it wasn't meant to be on that occasion. Just over 5 minutes gone here in our second period. Face-off controlled by Terpstra. Pedham Shand. Down low, corner, Yakachuk. Buller over to Terpstra. Tees off. Sends it wide. Looks like it'll be Lake Superior State for the men's D2 team, just to clear the record, as one of their players just walked by up here. Scholes sends it around. Far side. This is probably Ortiz. Comes to Pettimshand. Buller in her skates. Can she locate it? Yes, she can. She's able to get this one behind the goal line, picked up by Ortiz. Ortiz off the glass, but it hits off of Hancock and bounces back a little bit. Now behind the net, a little wipe out there from Angela Scholes, but she's able to control the puck. Off the stick of Sprott and out into neutral ice, where it's gloved down by Calverta. To Episcopo. Anderson spins it in to the offensive zone. Kuzbel and Anderson look to apply the pressure. Far side Hancock. Center point Episcopo able to hold that one in. Sends it in down low. Ortiz is there. Can't handle it for a little bit. Anderson, backhand try. Blocker save there by Scholes. Nicely done. Johnson to the point of Episcopo. Sticked away by Scholes. Another little save there under some pressure here now. Who's been strong so far in this one is the centering pass from Kuzbel. Couldn't connect with Johnson. Beak at the far point. That one blocked down. Johnson a try. That one blocked as well and cleared out by Grand Valley State. It will come all the way down and be icing. .12:57 remain on the clock. That is still properly synced up. Borland behind the net, chips it ahead. Terpstra pinching in. Sent back around behind the net. Borland has Crozen out high, gets it to her, but just doesn't get enough on that one-timer. Sent it wide into the corner. Locks up in battle, gets some assistance from Williams. Williams tripped up. That will draw a penalty to Hancock. Whoa, Williams coming back at Hancock. Wasn't a fan of that one. And looks like she will not be drawing a retaliation penalty on that one. So that will be our first penalty of this period. And looks like the guilty party tried to escape this one. And might potentially get away with it here. All right, there you go. She's getting in there. All right. Looks like she was indeed sacrificed by her teammates. Pettimshand to the draw. Indiana Tech power play, their second of the game. 0 for 1 so far. 0 for 2 so far, actually. This is their third. Episcopo to Yakachuk. Back to Episcopo. Into the corner. Pettimshand able to gather this one up. Yakachuk. Hash marks for Pettimshand. Back out to Yakachuk at the point. D Episcopo. Goes back across Pettimshand. Backhand try. That one blocked by number 21. That would be Jessica Plowman. Plowman has it on her stick before it's knocked away by Pettimshand. Worked out high, Yakachuk. Yakachuk fakes the wrist shot, tipped by Pettimshand, and they score. It would appear to be Izzy Pettimshand making it 2-0. This a power play tally. Yakachuk, a little fake-a-rooski there, and the tip by Pettimshand will make it 2-0 Indiana Tech. After not scoring in the first period, they have 2 now in the first half of the second period. But Grand Valley State looking to come right back the other way. Juzak loses her stick yet again this evening. That will draw a penalty. It will be on Juzak. It will be for inner holding. So now Grand Valley State gets a chance to cut into the deficit here, try and cut it in half, make it a 1-goal game. They are 0 for 1 thus far after a power play very early in the hockey game. Picked up by Bowler. Can't get it clear. Now Pedham Shant. She is just able to. Forced out into the neutral zone. Over to Scholes. Sasek works it in deep. Episcopo around now to Yonker. We'll look to fire this one all the way down. Bowler is there, but she can't send herself on a little opportunity there. Sasek holds, sends it for the back door, looking for LaFay. Didn't have her. Brashwitz knocked off her stick. Here's Yonker. Able to get that one out past Sprott. Scholes will track back, looking for the stretch pass up ahead. Gets it. Well, just barely missed it off Sasek. Stopped by the linesman. Almost allowed him the opportunity still, but couldn't get it going on in time. Scholes intercepted there by Williams, coming the other way. Taken over now by Sprott. I'm going to send this one up for Sasek. Too hard off the wall. Will trickle down onto Varner. She will hold for a whistle with 48 seconds on the power play. Out to the point, Ortiz. Plenty of room here. Takes a shot. That one might have been stopped by the stick of Varner. It sounded like it hit something and went high. As it comes to Terpstra, she will send this one all the way down. It will be stopped by Scholes. Nice play of the puck there. And gets it up the wall to Scram. Onside play for Hancock. Off of her stick. Buller trying to chip it the other way. Can she get the pass? Yes, she can. Here comes Buller in all alone. Wrist shot and stopped by Scholes. Usually you can count those for Buller, but just a little bit too off-centered. Tried to send it short side. Just couldn't convert, but she might get another try here. This is a 2-on-1. Has Yakachuk. Buller takes a shot. And it's off Yakachuk, but still stays out, forced wide. Buller now pinned to the back wall. Puck taken out by McCallion. Pass intercepted by Yonker. Blocked down. Now into the corner, Buller. Sent around for McElhaney. Sent behind the goal, Ortiz. Rimmed around. Kept by Yonker at the top of the circle. Kuzbel in pursuit of this one. Nice little stick lift and takeaway. She is taken down and will draw the penalty. That will be to Hancock yet again for tripping. So last time Hancock sat in the box for tripping, it resulted in a power play. Now, just a little bit over 3 minutes after that one, she gets another one. We will see what happens on this occasion. Out to the point, it's Moore. Over for Green. Send it up high to the point for Terpstra. Cleared down by Brashwitz. Terpstra. We'll step out, start to play ahead. Over to Borland. Green. Moore. Terpstra. Wrist shot. Stopped by Scholes. Back out to Terpstra. Sends that one. It was tipped. I think that was by Grand Valley State. Borland. Patient. Moore. One-timer through. Yakachuk trying for the tip at the back door, but couldn't put it in. 1 minute even on the penalty time. Yakachuk to Petram Shand. Over to Borland, one-timer. And eating that one would be number 23, but coming the other way. This is LaFay, breakaway, short-handed, dekes, and scores. So Grand Valley gets on the board. It will be short-handed, and it will be for Mary Rose LaFay. Breakaway, able to get it past Varner. And so now still 38 seconds to go on the power play for Indiana Tech, so could come out even on this one as it looks for Bowler, the Petram Shand pass. Yakachuk hammers away on one and stopped by Scholes. One out to the point for Episcopo. Glove down by Yakachuk. Intercepted there, looking for Yonker. But the pass just too far ahead. It is picked up by Yakachuk. Carries this one across the line, stops up, doesn't bring the puck in. Petram Shand. A little tight turn. We'll regroup with McElhaney as we come back even. Bowler will bring this one across onside. Stops up just above the hashies. Under some pressure here. Able to still come out with possession. Over to McElhaney. She'll wind and fire. Tipped down by Hancock. A try from Green is stopped by Scholes. Quick update over on the gentlemen's side of things. They're now trailing 2-1. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first period of that one. Far side, Green sends that one around behind for Nesbitt. Out high, McElhaney. D-to-D for Beek, right back to McElhaney. Takes a shot, feathers through and scores! Molly McElhaney gets the goal back for Indiana Tech. Look at that. I believe that is goal number 2 of her collegiate career. Gets it right back here. There's some traffic, and Scholes just probably doesn't see that one, as it is now 3-1 Indiana Tech. Warriors right back at it here. Picked up by Johnson behind the net. Olvich under some pressure from Anderson. Dumped into the goal. That would be Johnson. Pops back out, though, looking for the tip on a potential shot from the point. Anderson looking to get to Kuzbel here. Moore trying to hold the line, but Sprott able to get past her with the puck. Defending now is Terpstra. Nicely done there. Suffocates that opportunity. Kuzbel trying to poke it past Olvich. Comes to Moore. Her stick locked up. She's still able to get it in, though. Crozen sends it down low. Back there is Plowman. Forces the turnover to Williams. Borland was ready to pull the trigger, but it got deflected and went behind her. Calverta, wrist shot through. Stopped by the skate of Crozen. She's engaged there with Plowman, but we play on. Calverta keeps that one alive. Comes out to her. Williams catches one in the back of the noggin there. We'll play on. Crozen. Broken up there by the skates of Sasek. Williams will slow that play up. Crozen there now as well. No one able to get the puck. It's chipped ahead to Episcopo. Teams look like they were exchanging some pleasantries over there. as it's picked up by Borland. Finds Calverta, wrist shot. It's blocked up into the netting, out of play. 4:39 to go in our second period. Out to the point, McElhaney. Ooh, Yakachuk almost a tip in front there. Comes out to the point, Beek. Yakachuk gets to it. Right out in front, and Bowler scores! Dakota Bowler, probably at the moment, the national leading scorer, will score a goal here. Yakachuk gets to this one, tries it from the side of the goal, but it comes to Bowler, and she just slams it home. Indiana Tech, this is what we were looking for, folks. This is what we were looking for. It is now a 4-1 lead for the Warriors. No goals in the first period. 4 for Indiana Tech in this period. 5 total, including the one from Grand Valley State. And we still have some time here. Let's see if anyone else can put one in. It won't happen here, though, as that one whistled down for offside. A little slow on the change there for Grand Valley State. Faceoff is sent all the way down, back into the Tech zone. Varner leaves it for Moore, rimmed around. Terpstra will just leave it for Green. Still loose puck. Right out in front of the Grand Valley State penalty box. Dumped in by the Lakers. Side of the goal, right out in front now. Almost pinballed around and in, but stayed out. And now back into the neutral zone. Brashwitz, as Terpstra closes over onto that play. She'll gather it up, stripped of the puck here. Brashwitz in front, stopped by Varner. And we stay 4-1. .3:15 to go here, second period. Sprott to the draw, Johnson to the draw. Who's going to win it? Sprott's going to win it. Still controlled by Grand Valley State. Sent across for Ortiz. Hammers away on that one, but it goes wide. Johnson, nice stick lift there. In the skates of Johnson, got the stick on it. Now it's controlled by Scholes, down to Sprott, top of the circle, looking to wind this one up. And it's gloved by Varner through the traffic for a whistle. .253 on the game clock. Comes out high to Ortiz. Orland tried to poke check that one, send herself on a breakaway the other way. Sasek poke checked. Williams in pursuit of this one, stick lifted. Ortiz able to use the body positioning to collect that puck. And a little friendly fire there from Grand Valley State. That draws the applause of, that has to be the Indiana Tech bench. McElhaney. That one blocked, as we're going to get a penalty. I think this is going to probably be on Hancock, as she was tied up with Crozen. It will definitely be on Grand Valley State. Borland finding Yakachuk, so Indiana Tech will go back on the power play unless they score here, which is very possible. As Terpstra wrister is stopped by Scholes. And it will be interference with an even 2 minutes on the clock. And Hancock really pleading her case here. I mean, she is a frequent visitor of the penalty box this period. But I think there's only so much the linesman is going to be able to tell her. Well, so the last one actually didn't go too badly for Grand Valley State. They scored shorthanded, but unlikely for that to happen again, you would have to think. As Pedamshan controls in the near corner, Bowler comes over to pick up that loose puck to Yonker. Takes a shot. Stopped by Scholes. Bowler for the point. Episcopo off the skate of Yakachuk. Comes the Bowler. Will guide it back up high to Episcopo. Over to Yakachuk. Back to Episcopo. Blocked by LaFay into the corner. Episcopo sent down, but picked up by Grand Valley State. Now held in by Yonker. The Pedamshan Indiana Tech really just unable to kind of settle this one down right now, as it's going to be cleared all the way down by Brashwitz. Game and penalty clock are synced up. So whatever time it says on the clock is obviously whatever time is left on the penalty. Of course, unless Indiana Tech were to score, as Borland brings it in offensively. Plays it up to the point. Moore is able to get over there in time. Takes the wrist shot. Stop, rebound in front. Williams can't score there. And there will be no extra gathering on that one. Or is there? They're going to give a penalty to somebody, and it will be Williams. It'll be a high stick. So no gathering, but there are penalties, as it looks like the official has decided he wants to try and even this out a little bit. Penalties now 4 for Grand Valley, 3 for Indiana Tech. Maybe get a little more of a handle on this one. It seems like physicality starting to pick up a little bit, a little animosity here. Scholes skates it across the line. Tried to send it to the backside for Scram. More to Borland. 4-on-4 for the last 20 seconds of the period, and then we'll have carryover time for the penalty to Williams. 10 seconds, one last try here. Stretched ahead, looking for Bowler. Couldn't pick that one up in stride, and that will more than likely do it, as 2 seconds becomes 1 and becomes 0. That will be the end of the second period. We will step aside. Indiana Tech Women's Hockey brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
You're busy. You expect to say no sometimes. But what you didn't expect was a chance to say yes to a college degree while keeping your life. Indiana Tech is now offering Chicago area students undergraduate and graduate degree opportunities taught online by experienced faculty who care. Learn more at one of the new Indiana Tech enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette.
I can turn this in early? Sure, whenever you're ready.
Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials that I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. He transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2, and he's one of the professors that teaches it, and he was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do, and I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings for Utang-Sioux and for Zollner that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at SuperValue Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Welcome back inside the Sport One Parkview Ice House. Second intermission ongoing here. And it is a 4-1 lead for Indiana Tech. We'll get replays going here in just 1 second. We'll start it off with the goal from Megan Yakachuk. As you see, Terpstra, a little fakeroo there. Able to find Yakachuk for the goal. Indiana Tech, a power play goal after that. This one going to be courtesy of Izzy Pettum-Shand with the redirection on that play. But Grand Valley State able to get one back. This would be the shorthanded goal for LaFay, whose birthday is listed as being in 2010. So that is obviously not right. But anyways, moving on. It is Indiana Tech's third goal, and it is Molly McElhaney's wrist shot that is able to just find some room there. Would have loved to see that one from the goal's perspective, because there could not have been much room there. And now here is Bowler. She had plenty of room on this rebound, and she did not miss it, as she was able to score and put Indiana Tech up 4-1. That's how we sit right now with about just under 5 minutes to go in the intermission. We will step aside, and when we come back, third period, Indiana Tech Women's Hockey, SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I decided if I was going to come to Indiana Tech, I was going to be a different kind of instructor. I was really going to focus on connecting with students teaching the students the theory that they needed and also the practical applications.
Very practically, what that looks like is smaller class sizes. So my class sizes are the 8 to 10 up to maybe 20. And that's backed up with, we have 18 hours of office hours every week. I'm sitting in my office waiting for students to come in to talk about anything. It doesn't just have to be with the classroom.
In the College of Engineering, we have ABET accreditation for mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and biomedical engineering. ABET is the top accrediting board for engineering in the United States and probably in the world.
Another thing that is a very different approach at Indiana Tech, I think, that some other universities, is we try and make sure they have a lot of lab experience in the engineering department. All engineering programs are going to have laboratory courses, but in our laboratory courses we try to get them not just exposure to measurements and exposure to some of the devices that you'll be used, but I like to actually assign projects that are, realistic projects.
Those projects, this project-based learning, help students to work together in a group and be hands-on with their the material or the product that they're creating. Engineering students at Indiana Tech to me, stand out because I know that they've had a lot of experiences working in groups, working on projects, doing lab experiments to help them understand the material, and I think that prepares them well for industry.
First thing I'll tell a high school student is study, study, study. Get all the math you can possibly get. I honestly believe that the critical thinking skills you learn in math courses will help you with engineering courses.
The type of knowledge base that students should have coming in, they need to be problem solvers and critical thinkers. Those two things are really the essence of engineering. Regardless of flavor, they're going to need to figure out, there's a problem here, how do I solve it? And they need to think critically about that. They need to observe, listen to people, and then kick in those problem-solving skills to solve the problem.
Part of the growth of Indiana Tech has involved an increasing number of international students. So I think if we can expose students to different ideas, different cultures, again, it makes them that much more competitive in the marketplace.
In the Fort Wayne area, we have lots of large companies, BAE Systems, Fort Wayne Metals, General Motors, Raytheon, Harris Corporation, and the list goes on. We have a lot of employers that want our engineering students.
Indiana Tech, I think, continues to serve students even beyond their graduation. We really strive to keep in touch with our alumni on a personal level just to see how they're doing, but then also they want to give back to the university because of the experiences they've had here, so they want to provide opportunities for other students here as well.
That's not good. Welcome back inside the Sport One Parkview Ice House. Indiana Tech women's hockey. Third period. Gonna get set here shortly, and we might try and sneak in another quick one. We'll be right back.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
All right, I think that is good. We are about ready to go here, third period. 20 minutes on the clock. Indiana Tech back on the ice. Getting going here once again. Last 20 minutes of play, it's a 3-goal lead for the Warriors. We'll see if they add to it, if Grand Valley State cuts into it, how this one all ends up. But nonetheless, we will see what happens. We thank you so much for joining us here for yet another broadcast. We hope you join us the next time around on Saturday, December 10th for a 4 o'clock start against Davenport. And here we go. Third period is underway. And off the draw, it will be Brooklyn Moore sending it ahead for Pedamshand. Picked up by Brashwitz. Bowler could knock it away. Now here comes Brashwitz across the blue line. Drops it off for Sasek. To the point, Sprott. Trying to feed into the middle. Blocked by Moore. Eventually comes back to Sprott at the point. Down low right in front for LaFay, as this is a power play for Grand Valley State, should note. For 32 more seconds. Bowler looks to skate this one out. And she'll backhand it in deep. Pedamshand bumped off by Sprott. Brashwitz will skate the other way. Indiana Tech will be back to full strength in less than 10 seconds. Sent out in front off the mark. Sprott at the point. Comes to Brashwitz. To the far wall now. Out high, Sprott. Back down into the corner. Even strength. Borland will chip that one in deep. Brashwitz is there. LaFay. Kept in by Green. As Moore tries to put it in deep. Comes to the near side for Sasek. Juzak. Near side for Terpstra. Blue line, red line will dump it in. Back there is Plowman. Now Green has it on her stick. Out high for Beak. Down low, Juzak right out in front. Broken up before it could get to an Indiana Tech stick. Sealed along the half wall. Decent contingent of Grand Valley State fans making the trip over this evening. Decent crowd here tonight at the Ice House. McElhaney doesn't go for the puck on that occasion, but it comes to Beak, who played it up to Juzak and put it into the zone. Episcopo kind of fans on that shot. Anderson picks it up in the circle, finds Johnson. That shot goes just wide. Calverta seals the wall. Johnson comes out to the high slot for Anderson. Wrist shot, deflected up, stays in play. Cleared up to the point, but not out. Calverta, that one blocked by Plowman. Still in the corner, over on the far side. Johnson trying to get the shot on goal. Terpstra centered around behind, comes back up the wall where Bowler is located to Terpstra. D to D for Episcopo. Bowler looks out high, finds Terpstra, high slot, sends a shot that was blocked, still loose, sends it towards the net, but goes wide. Into the neutral zone, it's Beak. She'll dump it in. Pedamshand is there. Holds it up. More a one-time try. Ortiz plays it up the wall. Scholes can't get it past Moore. Yakachuk down to Borland. Sends that shot high. Beak at the point. Looking for the tip from Borland. Clearing that one out was Scram, sent back in by Williams. Plowman to Ortiz. Crozen. D for McElhaney. Cleared out to Beek. Sasek takes away from Crozen. Sasek, a wrist shot off the side of the goal. Beek off the wall and up ice to Borland. Has Crozen alongside. They'll just dump it in, go for a line change. Green offside. They'll have to tag up. Sasek. As we play on for a long time here without a whistle. I don't even know if we've had one this period, to be honest. Yonker over to Calverta. Off the stick of Green. That'll negate the icing. Green and Ortiz to the back wall. Green comes out with the puck. Juzak tries to feed it through. Stopped by Scholes. Cleared over to the wall. Up to the point now for Calverta. Held onto by Scholes. Juzak. He's all good there. $13:49. Still to play here in the contest. $13:49 on the clock, as I said. Off the draw, collected by Grand Valley State. Cleared out past Terpstra. Episcopo will get back there for it. Brashwitz sends it around. Terpstra behind, well, now in the corner, she'll pick it up, but we have a penalty on Indiana Tech. And it will be on Sterling Nesbitt. It will be for interference. Pedamshan will pick it up, skates this one through neutral ice, kicks it back outside for Bowler. Trying to sweep that one towards the goal as the Warriors shorthanded here. That will kill some time. Calverta is able to clear this one all the way down past Sasek. Williams onto the scene. Will send it back down for at least another couple of seconds. Chipped ahead by Sprott, trying to get there herself. Episcopo engages her. LaFay. Now Yonker will skate it forward. Pass into the skates of Williams. Sprott. Out to the outside. That is what, Scholes or Scram? Hard to tell. I think that's a 19. Ortiz blocked by Williams. 36 seconds to go on the power play, and it is sent down again by the Warriors. McCallion with some room to skate will dish it off for Ortiz. She'll work her way down into the corner. Stops up, will work her way back up the wall. That shot stopped by Varner from Hancock. With 13 seconds to go on the power play. And 11:30 on the game clock. Looked like tripped up on the play there. Might have been Rubsum, but that will play on. No penalty called. Bowler will skate this one away, and that will kill the rest of the penalty. Indiana Tech back to full strength. Taken away by Moore. Look at that. Stopped by Scholes as Moore with the individual effort there. Taken away by Green. Look at that. Nice little stick lift. She's tied up and not going to get a penalty on that one. Sprott can't get it past Terpstra, sealing the wall. Nesbitt, high slot, takes the shot, patted away. Yonker over to Terpstra. Terpstra winds and fires, gloved by Scholes. 10:26 on the clock. Anderson works out to Beek. Sent down into the corner, far side. Now behind the goal. Johnson pops it right out for Kuzbel. Where is it? Not in the net yet. Loose puck now to the near side. Cleared out by Grand Valley State. It will trickle all the way down. No icing. Won't have the juice as McElhaney able to get to it. And Indiana Tech a near miss there. Sasek down 4. Brashwitz. And held on to by Varner at the side of the net. Face-off won by Grand Valley State. Olvich had it stopped. Calverta now comes out to Borland. Skated the other way by Crozen. Finds Borland in the middle of the ice. Now to the left wing. Sends a shot towards the goal. Held onto by Scholes. Williams to the face-off. To the near wall. Crozen will send it around down low. D2D for Ortiz. In the near corner, Williams pins her to the wall. Far side, cleared out past Episcopo. All the way down. Icing is signaled for and called. As that was a tight race there, but it will be called in favor of Indiana Tech, and it will be icing. .908 to play here in our third and final period. No score. No additional goals in this period. There is a score. It's 4-1. Penalty coming here. And it appears that this is going to be on Indiana Tech, and it will be. It will be tripping, and it will be on Terpstra. Cleared out right off the draw by Williams. She is throwing it in gear and racing after this one. Scholes will be back there first, though, and will have free reign to make that pass across. Sasek gets around Moore. Feels the pressure, though, from Juzak on the back check. LaFay. Right to Juzak and cleared all the way down. Minute and a half to go on the penalty as that one comes up to Sasek, cleared away. Still controlled by Grand Valley State. That one off of Episcopo. Bowler tried to play it ahead. Moore gets it back to Bowler. Drops it back for Episcopo. Back to her. Couldn't chip it past Brashwitz. Cross for Sasek now along the near side. Carries the play in. Far wall, Bowler is able to clear that one out, but not all the way down. Handled by Sprott now in her own end. Up to Scholes. Chips it in, but no Grand Valley State players are there. It's Calverta. That one is sent all the way down by Indiana Tech. Now with 40 seconds to go. Penalty will expire at 6:55. Ortiz with control of it now. Skates it across the line. And a little spin out there. Yonker now had it for a moment. Taken away. A try for the Lakers. That one set high. And that, I believe, was McCallion. Scram. Shot set wide. Rubs them as penalty expires. We're back to full strength. .650 on the game clock. Williams had it knocked off of her stick. She had it temporarily. Rubs them now to Juzak. Through the skates of Williams. This one will be no icing. Would narrowly have been anyways. Yakachuk. Couldn't connect there with Bowler. Penamshan now backhands it down. Into the corner. It is picked up by Olvich. Yakachuk. Can't get her stick on it. Now to Bowler, up high for Calverta. Off the skate there of Hancock. Episcopo with it in her own zone. Long pass ahead for Pedamshan. It's off of her stick. She'll go for a change. Plowman. Kuzbo got a piece of that one. Now it's Maddie Beek to the far side. Kuzbel regroups with McElhaney. Intercepted, but knocked away by Beek off the stick of Sprott. Chipped in. Circled around Johnson. Anderson for Johnson again, loose in front. Beek with a try. Johnson looking for rebound as well, but one was not made available. So after no goals in the first period, plenty of goals in the second period, we're back to hardly any goals. No goals so far in this period, but still 5 minutes. You never know. Moore sent back across to the near side. Ortiz. Green forces her off that play. Juzak still tied up there with Ortiz. Nesbitt had it knocked away from her. She had it for just a second. Green gets back, breaks that play up. Ortiz able to hold that one. McCallion looking for the tip through the middle to Hastings. That was Scholes. McCallion dumps this one in, far side. Moore gets over to it. She'll send it all the way down, and it will be icing. .405 to play here in this evening's contest. Off the faceoff, it is promptly sent all the way down. No icing is called. It's on goal. And Nesbitt, that was slightly questionable. And Grand Valley thinks it was more than questionable, and she will get a penalty for that one. Probably deservedly so, as that was a solid snow shower there for Sam Scholes. So what would have been an offensive zone faceoff is now going to be a defensive zone faceoff for Indiana Tech and a penalty kill for 2 of the last 3 minutes and 54 seconds. Very high off the glass and out. Scholes comes out to play it away. And now LaFay carries it across the line. Has some help with Sasic, but too far behind. Is forced to take the shot. Stopped there easily by Varner. Brashwitz. It's around Calverta. Tries to cut back out in front, but it comes to Calverta and is cleared all the way down. Minute 20 on the penalty time. Gets past Terpstra. Sasic now back to Terpstra. Intercepted by Scholes. Juzak pokes it past. Doesn't really have the speed on that occasion to try and get a serious chance. We'll just settle for the long wrist shot that is held by Scholes. .56 seconds on the Tech penalty kill. It's an offensive zone face-off. Dump down for Ortiz. Down to neutral, just misses a stick of McCallion. Far side taken away by Bowler. Still loose. Bowler gets to it. Picks it up. Under 30 seconds. This Tech penalty kill going very well. Bowler to Episcopo. Bowler. Yet again, Episcopo. Far point. Looking for the redirect. Almost got it, but just went wide. 7 seconds. Penalty effectively killed. And now it is killed. Nesbitt will step out. Under 2 to play. Picked up by McCallion. Loose puck out in front. Crozen will be able to collect it. Circling behind the goal. Has a stretch option for Borland, but will skate it herself. Right out in front, looking for Borland. Spun around try. Crozen, loose puck. It's in her skates. No one's getting to it. Covered. Getting in there is Terpstra. And we're just going to go ahead and get a whistle with 1:23 to play. With the win, Indiana Tech will move to 14-3 overall. They will be 7-1 in conference play. Borland tried to send it right through. Apologies to the person who's deciding to just kick the posts, as there is a try at the side for Williams. The posts up here on the railing. I should amend. Sprott stripped over the puck by Moore. Moore will carry it across. Cutting to the net on the backhand try. That one stopped by Scholes. And Crozen's pass misses the target of Johnson. It'll come all the way back, where Crozen will pick it back up herself. Sasek up high. That would be Brashwitz over there. Varner will stick it away. Sasek up to the point for Scholes. Back down low into the corner. There's Moore. Sprott with it. 15 seconds. As time about ready to expire here, Borland off of Anderson's stick, 10 seconds to go. Anderson, another wrist shot, stopped by Scholes. 5 more seconds. Into the corner, that will do it. As Indiana Tech will take the win in 4-1 fashion here against Grand Valley State. No scoring in the third period. Goals tonight by Yakachuk, Penamshan, McElhaney, and Bowler. The rematch between these two will be tomorrow up in Michigan, Allendale, Michigan, a 5 o'clock start. And then next Friday it'll be another road game for Indiana Tech, 3:30 at Davenport, and back home next Saturday for a 4 o'clock start. Like I said, Tech will improve to 14-3 overall, 8-1 in conference play, and should be now within 2 wins or 4 points of the Pod Division Championship. Grand Valley looks like they're going to set back to 4-6-1, 3-4 overall. As the final is in fact not 0-0, it was 4-1. And another win for Indiana Tech on home ice. One more home game ahead of the winter break, and I believe we're now down to 4 home games remaining in the entirety of the season, as it is a very light home schedule in the spring. As the Warriors salute the crowd that is in attendance here this evening. And with that, we will sign off for the evening. We thank you so much for joining us. For my cameraman, Connor Henderson, my name is Joe Hacker. This has been Indiana Tech Women's Hockey, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com.